Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with EXO, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game between, well, this guy over here is actually Drewbie, so it's not the walk or whatever, but I think that this is Drewbie's European account. He plays on Europe sometimes, and he uses this account, so this is going to be a Drewbie spawning against the blue Terran at the 9 o'clock position, and over here we are going to have Servyoa spawning against the red Terran at the 6 o'clock position actually. So it is going to be a TVT on Metalopolis. TVT a matchup I haven't actually cast in a while. I haven't really, I don't remember casting. I mean, I remember casting some of them, but quite a while ago. Anyway, I've been getting a few comments from people asking where I'm from and so forth. A lot of people asking me if I'm American. Actually, here's something surprising before the game gets going and stuff. I checked my subscribers, and I think over 70% are Americans. So for everybody asking, I'm not American. I am from Romania, as you can see in my YouTube channel if you look at the description there. So I've been born and raised in Romania. I actually haven't even done I haven't had English as as a language in my primary school up until high school, so until 9th grade. So I guess I just watched a lot of movies and stuff, cartoons when I was a kid, and I don't know, English just kind of stuck to me, so that's it. People are saying I have a sexy accent and stuff, and that they love my accent. I don't really know. I mean, I'm not really aware of what accent I do have, but thanks for the comments. I was actually smiling when I read those comments, so thanks guys. I'm glad you like my accent, and I hope you enjoy my videos as well, not just my accent. But so yeah, it's going to be a Terran versus Terran. Now, Terran versus Terran is a matchup that I don't usually, I'm not so fond of it, but if it does contain a lot of drops and stuff like that, then I do love the game, because, yeah, I don't know, I like games to be a bit more active. So, we see both players opening with an identical, no, actually, they're just getting the orbital commands on the exact same time and getting the first Marine out, but if we look at the gas over here, we'll see that Drewbie has no gas. Well, I'm just going to call him Servy because it's easier. So Servy is only getting one gas, while Drewbie has not gotten any gas whatsoever. So he's probably going to go for a fast expand after this barracks. Let's see if command center is going to be built somewhere over here. Looks like the SCV is on the way, and well, is he going to build it down here? No. What is Drewbie thinking? This is interesting. I'm watching him, that SCV. He's scouting, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be going for well, he has a lot of minerals saved up, so we'll just have to see. Is he expanding some remote corner of the map? I don't know. But looking at Servy, he's getting a factory, so we might just see a starport after that, because the second gas is on the way, or he might just be laying down some additional barracks, getting an add-on with his factory, starting to research STEM and all that good jazz. Now, Drewbie is, oops, that SCV going down. Yep, there we go. So the scouting SCV from Servy has been destroyed, and like I said, here we go. The command center is on the way for Drewbie, and most likely we're gonna see this evolving into a macro game, because I don't really see any intention or any builds from any of these players that could signify, or any early aggression. So most likely gonna have them expand and stuff, although Drewbie is ahead in that department, so his command center is almost finished, while Servy over here decided to tech up a little bit in the meantime. But we'll see how this game evolves. Obviously, Metalopolis is a great map for macroing and stuff like that, especially in TVT. I mean, if one of the players isn't going to go for stuff like drops or Banshee play or Hellion Harass very, very early in the game, well, it's not going to... usually it's going to evolve into a macro game, and that's something I like, because I don't really... Well, when I cast games, I usually want to cast a game, that's a little bit longer, unless it's something really spectacular in a short game. I actually like to watch players duking it out, in a more standard game, so to speak. But here we have Servyoa. Like I said, I'm just going to call him Servy. He is expanding as well, but that command center is quite late compared to Drewbie's command center. And it looks like Servy is going to be moving ahead. He does have one tank, but no siege mode. And Drewbie has quite a few Marines. I think he's going to be just fine. Looks like now he's getting his own starport. And yep, there we go. So just a little bit difference. Just a little bit of difference in the openings, like in the order the buildings were built. But yeah, Drewbie doing well because he got this orbital command pretty fast. There we go. Servy is moving ahead, tanking with that tank. That sounds a little bit off, but okay. Actually, not losing that tank. That was pretty good from him. He's going to be backing off for now. I don't think he's going to try anything. I think he did see this, though. I'm pretty sure he did. Let's take a look. Of course he did. So he knows that Drewbie has expanded. He's expanding as well. His command center is quite late, though, compared to Drewbie. So Drewbie will also be able to make use of 2 mules. That's also something very, very, very good for Terran, especially in the early game, where you can just pump out more SCVs and more Marines, stuff like that. And yep, there we go. This is interesting. He swapped. Is he gonna go for? So he's going to be getting some Vikings. Actually, this is interesting play from Drewbie over here. Not getting any medevacs. Usually, getting medevacs is a pretty good idea on maps like these because you can just drop, because the distance between the bases is really short, so you can go for some drop play. But the thing is, if you control the skies with Vikings, and here we go, Banshees actually on the way. Ooh, kind of delayed a little bit. I think these Banshees, no, yeah, they're a bit delayed. Usually they can come up around the 7-minute mark, but and Cloak is a little bit late as well. But anyway, if you can control the skies in Terran versus Terran, it is very, very good, because your tanks and generally all your ground units are going to have a much easier time pushing ahead because of the Vikings offering the vision and so forth and controlling everything that flies, basically. Medevacs included, so drops, your enemy doing drops, I mean, his ability of doing drops is going to be limited as well. But here we have something very interesting. These Vikings are overhead right now in Servy's base, and he's moving those Marines, but there's also the Banshee in over here at this corner. And let's see how much damage this Banshee is going to be able to do. Seems like one Viking has been taken out over there, and now Servy is wailing away at these SCVs. He does have Cloak, though, so let's see. He's going to force a scan at least, which, you know, there's actually a bit of debate on, there we go, the scan going down, so quite a few SCVs getting taken out. But there's a debate here on this one where people say that you force a scan and you make him lose 300 minerals, and a lot of players say, well, he hasn't really lost 300 minerals, he just lost, you know, future 300 minerals, but right now he still has the same money and stuff. I don't really agree with that concept. I mean, obviously he's not going to be able to make use of those 300 minerals. It's not literally lost, so that's not what people mean. But forcing scans is something great that you can do, so you can limit the amount of mules your enemy will be able to drop down on minerals. So you should do that if you can. Every time, if you can force a scan and not lose, I mean, lose something marginal, do it, because it's really great. And here we go. And obviously you limit the scans you can do for scouting and stuff like that, which is another great thing. So keep those things in mind. Now it looks like on the production tab, Drewbie is going for Stimpack. That's pretty much it going on his side. As for Servy, he's getting Infernal Pre-Igniter, so that's going to be nice. We're probably going to see some drop play soon over here. There's some Hellions at the Watchtower, but they're kind of cornered, and well, there we go. The Banshee's coming in, cloaked, and we've got to be careful for the scan. Vikings following. They might just, I think they're going to take out one Banshee. There we go. One Banshee getting taken out. Pretty good outcome over there for Drewbie. He's really winning the Viking war over here. 5 Vikings over 2 of service. So yeah, he also has more SCVs, more tanks, more of everything really. So Drewbie is slightly in the lead right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him. There we go. I was just about to say that I wouldn't be surprised to see him take another expansion, which he's doing right now. Now, obviously, this is something, especially in a matchup like Terran versus Terran, which is not so dynamic. I mean, if you're in the lead, you feel free to just take as many expansions as you want. And, well, except for this one, you can pretty much get the planetary, orbital commands everywhere, because that's really kind of how the matchup wants, and you just want to drop as many mules as you can. So, usually, I mean, Terran is not the kind of race that can just attack one of your expansions and you can't see it or scout it or anything like that. So there's no real point in getting planetary fortresses in TVT on a map like Metalopolis, I think. So at least that's my my feel for it. But looks like Drewbie is getting weapon upgrade level 1 for his infantry. He's getting an armory as well, so we might see some Thors. And Drewbie's not really getting anything other than tanks and Vikings, so he's really going mech in this game. He does have some Marines to, you know, fill the gaps there, but that's pretty much it. And here we go. Actually, this is a lot of Hellions, and there's no SCVs to fry, and 1 siege tank. So this tank needs to unsiege. There we go. It does unsiege, and it is trying to kill those Hellions off. Hellions are running away, and this could have been a great attack at the expansion over here, but there weren't really any SCVs to kill. So yeah, that kind of didn't do anything for Servy. Now Drewbie has these Vikings. He also planted this sensor tower here. This is pretty smart. You can see this avenue over here. It's pretty much scouted. You also see any drops like incoming around your base like that. So that's pretty nice. Obviously, sensor towers. I feel that people are kind of underusing sensor towers. I think that sensor tower usage could go up a little bit, and the Terrans could, you know, make use of them better. But here we go. This space is a bit more saturated now. Let's see how many SCVs are gonna go down over here. Wow, taking down quite a. Oh, these guys are gonna. Oh my, ouch. Oh, that is so brutal. Actually, lost so many SCVs. And there we go, going melee on the tank, and the tank might just take them all out though. And yep, there we go. So the tank is saying, no, you're all on low HP, I'm not gonna die to you. So, yeah, if we take a look at the income tab right now, this is usually laggy, as you, yeah, 50 right now, so he had way more SCVs than this. He had like, I think he lost about 15 SCVs there. No issue, I think he had like 65 or something. But, Servy is not really doing any sort of pushes. There we go, Viking bat. Oh, that's pretty bad for Drewbie. Now he's not gonna be able to lift off. Oh, losing a few Vikings, kinda. Now this is looking very, very funny. It's like he can't lift them off, and okay. So the oh, but a lot of Marines with stim. There we go. Let's see, is he gonna lose many of those? No, doesn't look like it. Interesting fight over here, but looks like Serbia actually took the lead now. Let's check. There we go. 11 Vikings to 6. So Serbia taking control of the skies for now. He also has some banshees. He might just push Drewbie's base with these forces, because I mean, you can just land these Vikings anyway and take care of the turrets real fast, then send the banshees in and so forth, and do a lot of damage. But Drewbie is getting some Thors right now. He already has one. He's getting 2 more. He's also getting a lot of upgrades of vehicle weapons and infantry weapons level 2. And basically both players just macroing up. There isn't a lot of aggression. This is really how Terran versus Terran works out on maps like Metalopolis, and especially when you're not in close positions. And you get these games where both players try to just get map control and you know, just go for trades of units that are advantageous, that work in their favor. So you just really want to get, if I can kill 2 more tanks than he did, you know, I'm going to be in the lead, so I want to be doing that. Looks like Servy's going to be sieging at this Naga Tower. What I really want to see is some gold expansions from both these guys, because it makes it for such an exciting game. And here we go, scanning. He might be landing these Vikings. Let's see. And oh, gotta be careful though. Don't land yet. Oh, there's banshees. And now oh, this is gonna be really bad for Drewbie, I think. Serby has control of the skies, and there's cloaked banshees as well, so you can't really do that much. That was really good for Servy. So yeah, what I was saying is that I want to see some expansions over here, because this kind of gameplay with controlling the Naga towers and sieging up is quite exciting and makes for quite interesting battles over there close to the middle of the map. Now it looks like Drewbie is going to go for his 4th at the same time that Servy is really. And both players are just going to get themselves yeah, more resources and more scans probably. I don't think they're gonna go for Planetary Fortress. Let's see. I think both players are just gonna go for orbital commands nonetheless. So here we have Servy moving across a little bit more with these Vikings, trying to control this area, but he has to be careful. There's 3 Thors out, and yeah, those Thors do splash damage. It doesn't matter that, you know, Vikings aren't light, as you can see they're armored, but still the splash does enough. The Vikings don't really have that much HP, and this is a lot of banshees. I mean, this is a really unusual unit composition from Servy, and yeah, I mean, yeah, mass banshees and Vikings. This is as weird as it gets for me. Really, more banshees even coming out, and BCs as well. Now he's transitioning into BCs. Usually the one I see transitioning into BCs when I cast games is Drewbie. I've seen a lot of games where he actually transitions into BCs, I mean successfully, and a really great transition, but looks like this game, Servy's going to be the one going for BCs first. Oh, a lot of Marines getting roasted there, but the Hellions do go down shortly afterwards. Those Hellions have a lot of burst at the start. They can fry a lot of Marines, but if the Marines are stimmed, they will take out the Hellions very fast as well. So looks like what upgrade was that? Was that the range increase, by the way? A weapon refill, or is that the? No, it's the yeah, the Yamato gun, the energy upgrade for No, it was the Yamato gun. But why is it called weapon refit? Okay, that is a weird name for an upgrade that is basically a Yamato cannon. But yeah, never mind that. Maybe we can send a mail to Blizzard and ask for an explanation on that one. I'm quite unsure why that is. So looks like there's 3 BCs going to be coming out shortly. Where's the... There we go. So 1, 2, the third one is here. That's a lot of starports though. He needs more gas. He should even consider getting this just for the gas. At this time he's landing the Vikings. He's probably gonna try going for this. Drewbie does see it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go, gonna take a turret down, and that SCV might be going down as well. There we go, and command center is going bye-bye, and he will lift this up. He might just snipe some of the Vikings. What are you doing, Drewbie? Come on, fail micro from Drewbie. Oh, losing 2 medevacs for nothing really, just moving them all the way in front before his army could even get there. So looks like Servy is going to be taking advantage of this situation, that the army is out of position. That's a lot of Marines, though. Don't want to... Ooh, the Marines are really pissed, aren't they? So you can see just how fast those Banshees die to Marines when they're stemmed up. And, well, really not... That attack not working out for Servy, but Servy's going to be harassing this again, and Drewbie's going to be forced to pull back. Now, there's some Hellions that are going to attempt some harass over here. Now, this is what is this? Reactors all over the place. Wow. Is he gonna go for mass? Wow. Okay, we're just gonna have to see what happens. It's turning into a pretty crazy game right now. And there we go, another scan taking down some Banshees. Some are really weakened right now. And like I said, Servy's gonna be taking another expansion. He needs the gas. But I think he scouted this. I'm pretty sure he saw the... let's take a look at Drewbie and what he sees. Actually, he doesn't see this, but I think he saw a BC somehow. Because he's gonna be getting a lot of Vikings, I think. Because he's getting like 1 million starports with reactors, so we're just gonna have to see. Anyway, this game is becoming a little bit more intense right now that the whole map is basically occupied, and only thing that remains is the gold. And here we go, these Marines are stimming up again, gonna take out the Banshees, I'm pretty sure. There we go, and 1 Banshee. Come on, kill the oh, what? Why? Oh my lord. Okay. So BC's coming in here to reinforce. Drewbie getting warded away for now. And this is a lot of stuff, actually. If you combine the tanks, I mean, this is so much mech. Tanks and BCs and Banshees and Vikings. It's like so... This is such a crazy unit composition. It's very strong, but he's flying into turrets. Okay, there we go. He's landing right now. He's going to be taking out some of these turrets. He needs to siege his tanks. There we go, sieging the tanks up right now. That's a lot of Vikings from Drewbie as well, though. Some BCs are going down. The range on the Vikings is really insane, and his Vikings are all landed over here. He needs to lift off his Vikings. And some Yamato cannons up on the Vikings going down, but that's it. Come on, lift off. There we go, lifting off his Vikings, moving the Vikings closer into position. There we go. The BC should be fine for now, but a little bit of a fail micro over here from Servy, and Drewbie takes advantage of that, taking down all the units he can. And, well, BCs are pretty weak, but Thors don't really do that well against BCs because, well, they do some damage, but the splash isn't really, you know, I mean, BCs have a lot of armor, and, yeah, they're massive armored units. But there we go, 1 BC is going down. Drewbie is trying his best to hold this off, but losing 2 Thors over there, 3 BCs remaining, and some Vikings, so, there we go, actually, the BCs are staying alive, but, yeah, the Viking numbers have dropped for Drewbie quite a lot, so I don't think he's going to be able to actually, you know, hold this so well. But I wonder why Servy is backing off. There's only 2 Vikings remaining, and I'm pretty sure. But there's a lot of reinforcing Vikings right now. As we can see, Drewbie's making a crazy amount of Vikings off those starports. So look at this. All these tanks not really being able to, not really able to do anything. And Drewbie's Vikings taking down some BCs, abusing the fact that they have higher range. But the thing is, this is turning into a Viking versus Viking BC game. And a lot of micro with the Vikings going on. That battlecruiser is almost dead. There we go, going down right now. These Vikings are pretty weak. You could try taking them out. And both players are really, if you look at the production tab, there's only Vikings and battlecruisers coming out. And some Marines here and there, and that's it. But Servy does have this part pretty well covered, sieged up with those tanks, and Drewbie is mining though, so he's okay in the economic department, but he's gonna have to do something to break free of this sort of, you know, contain that that Servy's trying to pull off over here. There we go, he's landing these Vikings again, going for the base at this side, and well, Drewbie can't really do anything. He needs to move those Marines closer, perhaps. There we go, lift. Oh, this is not a good move. Might be losing some SCVs there. I'm not sure. There we go. More Vikings coming from from Drewbie. And these Vikings will probably die the second they lift off if Drewbie is in position. But he needs to be very careful with these Vikings. Landing the Vikings, though, that's a good move. These are pretty weak. And it looks like he's not even paying attention to the... Oh, miss micro. And a lot of Vikings going down. No, Drewbie did not go in there. There we go. Drewbie backing off. That's a lot of tanks. You don't want to be going there. Also sieging up some tanks on this side, throwing down some scans, and the tanks really fighting each other. And it looks like the contain is still up for Servy, but he lost a lot of Vikings, and these guys cannot lift off whatsoever. They are stuck. And there's more BCs. I mean, look at Drewbie. He's just making Vikings right now. He's getting some tanks, but I mean, look at the Viking production for both players. It is insane. And it looks like Servy actually gave up making BCs because there's just so many Vikings. So I think this game is going to come down to who transitions out of this and how, because I mean, this game is pretty unusual because of this Viking situation right now. So it's a lot of Vikings versus a lot of Vikings. And, well, these Vikings are going to get taken off. There we go. And Drewbie lifting off. These Vikings getting pinned down. He did take down this expansion, so good job for Drewbie over there. And, well, I hear some Hellion harass. And I don't know where that is. I think the Hellion... Oh, there we go. But, ooh, gotta be careful. Drewbie is stuck between BCs and Vikings, and this is so bad for Drewbie. Losing so many Vikings, and Servy losing basically nothing. So that was pretty bad for Drewbie. And he needs to, well, look at the gas he has right now because of all the Vikings they're making. And probably the same. No, actually, Servy doesn't have that much gas stockpile because he's been making BCs. But Drewbie has insane amounts of gas. And, well, I don't really know how this game is going to turn out. It's all going to come down to whoever controls the map better. So there we go, sieging up some tanks. This is going to be great. There we go. Those tanks getting sieged up. These are probably going to die if there isn't going to be a scan coming up here very soon. That's a lot of Hellions, though, but they're all pretty... Oh, miss micro. Come on. Oh, losing all those Hellions. And, yeah, a little bit of sloppy control over here. Obviously, there's so much stuff happening everywhere. Unit control becomes harder and harder as the game progresses, especially when you get to this point. I mean, look at the map. Every base is taken, and you get production facilities all over the place, and you have so many units streaming in, rally points, stuff like that. You have to attack, you have to defend, and so forth. You have to control positions all over the map, like these, you know, like this position that was controlled here by Servyoa or the Zelnaga Tower. So basically, I'm just taking a look at what's happening. There's a lot of things being researched right now for Drewbie. Weapons level 3 for infantry and armor level 2. Vehicle weapons level 3 on the way as well, and ship weapons and ship plating level 2 as well. So Drewbie's getting a lot of upgrades right now, but there we go, massive Viking battle going on here, and I think Drewbie, I'm not sure, I have no idea basically who's going to come out on the... I think it's pretty much even, it's breaking even right now, but there are some BCs in the back that could have come closer to do some Yamato guns and help out to do some damage, or maybe tank, you know. BCs can be used as tanks in a Viking versus Viking battle because they can just sit there in front, and obviously if you don't attack them they will do damage. But yeah, this game is pretty interesting. I have to say that I never cast a game at TVT that has gone on a nice dropping. Oh, that was really nice, dropping these Marauders on top of the tanks. This is very nice play from Drewbie over here. These tanks are probably gonna go down, all of them. There we go. And yeah, but I've never really cast a Terran vs Terran with just such a massive Viking fest, so to speak. Vikings and BCs only, really, and obviously some tanks for controlling the key areas on the map. But that's pretty much it. The tanks haven't really been used to attack so much. It's just really... How many Vikings is this? This is crazy. 25 Vikings for Drewbie, 18 for Servy, and 5 BCs. So let's see. Drewbie does have some upgrades, I think. Well, actually 3 level 3 upgrades for Servy, but he doesn't have the Viking count. I mean, look at Drewbie. He has insane number of Vikings. There was... Come on, Yamato. Does he have energy? He does have energy on some of these BCs, but very nice micro from Drewbie, outranging the BCs, and all the BCs going down. This is huge. Drewbie taking down all the battlecruisers and the Vikings of Servy. There's one. Come on, target the battlecruiser. So he needs to get that battlecruiser down. There we go. And there's one siege tank there. He shouldn't really land on that position, but he's probably gonna go harass all these bases right now. He's probably gonna land everywhere and take down as many SCVs and command centers as he can. So let's see what's gonna happen. Looks like he's sniping everything he can, landing those Vikings really close to the tanks. Is that going to be enough though? There we go. Actually, this is a lot of Vikings, so it doesn't really matter. And here we go, another battle, landing some Vikings on top of the tanks on this side. So very nice play from Drewbie. Drewbie just keeps on getting loads and loads of Vikings. He's doing a lot of damage with these Vikings all over the place. And Servyoa landing some of his own Vikings. There we go. Drewbie forced to lift off right now, but he's done a lot of damage. So yeah, great play from Drewbie. And yep, this gold is not really saturated either. So let's see if Drewbie is going to be able to keep on holding the, let's say, air supremacy over here, because this game is all about air supremacy right now. And there we go, Drewbie actually moving in with more Vikings. He's going to be landing these as well. I'm going to take out the tank real fast, and then probably mules and SCVs as well. So GG from Servyoa. With this, that's a surprise. He was in the lead for so long. I didn't think that Drewbie would be able to pull this one off. What a crazy game, and what an interesting game. What an unusual game. A little bit overusage of Vikings in this game. I really liked the game, though. I had fun casting this one because, honestly, basically I don't play Terran. It is my off race, though. If I was to play anything else, I'm probably second best at Terran and then third best at Protoss. But in this game, it was just so interesting to see air versus air, basically. And everything else, I mean, the tanks didn't really play such an important role. It was more of a defensive role and, like I said, a zone control role. And basically all the aggression was done via air. So, yeah, really nice and interesting game to watch. I recommend watching this. I mean, obviously it's too late to say that now at the end, but I hope everyone has watched this game to the end because it's really cool. And if you liked it, then do come back to my channel, youtube.com/exostarcraft, and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you like my casting and stuff. And I'm probably gonna start doing some sort of weekly show with a friend of mine. It's not really up yet, and we're still, you know, discussing the details and stuff. But it's probably gonna be up soon, and it's probably gonna be done on live stream. So we'll be taking live questions and stuff like that, which is another thing. I mean, I'm open to questions from you guys, and yeah, for those of you who are seeing my videos on Vostra Media, by the way, I am not the one naming videos and stuff in there. I know there's some mistakes in the title of the videos where it says PvP, but it's actually a PvT or PvZ or something like that. So it's not really me. I can't really do anything about that. So you have to message them about it, not me. And other than that, well, I think I'm just going to be processing this video, uploading it, and play some ladder because I haven't in like 2 days. I haven't really done ladders, so I have to, you know, get on top of things. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you had fun, so stay tuned for more videos.